can't even see off this table anymore. Just look at it. Just look. Those two are being a little bratty. The goji berry is kind of growing. The basil on top of it is like, you know, when you fertilize the soil so well, like with kitchen scraps and and stuff, that it like booms out, but you forget to put rocks in the bottom of them, so they soak up water too much. Yeah, had to redo all that. And now there's stuff right there, and right there, and a beautiful picture by She Who Is. And there's more all around the house. Oh, and I just got a message. I hope that wasn't loud. Putting you down right here. So, this isn't really going to be a, I mean, you already know, you probably see the title. I don't know what the title is yet, but you probably see it. Well, you obviously see it. Anyway, I just woke up recently and I had an interesting dream. And it's just part of the dream I want to tell you about because it seems relevant. I was dreaming of this person I knew. And he was on some ship trying to come back over here. And the people he was with on the ship and where he was at, they were lying to him, but they were doing it under the mask of friendship. So whatever his intuition was telling him, they were telling him that it's silly, it's just, a feeling, it's chemical reactions, it's just this or it's just that. That's saying, that phrase and saying where people are like, it's just this, I'm not saying, I'm just saying, like that kind of bullshit, where they're just basically planting a seed of doubt in you to make you doubt yourself. Don't listen to that. Like when people do that and they have good intentions, utilize that seed of doubt to fertilize your seed of truth. Don't use it to just stomp all over whatever you're growing, metaphorically, energetically, or whatever, and be like, oh, well, somebody said it's not going to work, so it's not going to work. Like some nitwit on some other channel was like, oh, orgonite is horrible, it's the stuff of the devil, and it's, draining your energy, and it's causing all this radiation to go. Do you see any fucking radiation killing these plants? Look at this. I have every single orgone crystal I have on this table and all around it and in the planters, except those two. These all have orgonite. Massive, massive amounts of them. And my modem is right there next to my chair. And I sit there right next to the modem, right next to the Wi-Fi, without orgonite. And when I have orgonite there, it doesn't really make that much of a difference because all of these cause such a field around this apartment, including my own energy work, that it doesn't, the Wi-Fi and that stuff means nothing. You're a human on a planet with so many forms of, so many ways for you to get hurt, that you seem to forget to, or you seem to fail to realize that all of these things are there to help you evolve. These little things, whatever you think they are, like whatever you see coming off of them or don't see coming off of them, they still do something. Whether they're little dots of poison for you or little dots of blessings, they're your tool. It's your energy and your action, your force, your permission that allows it to either hurt you or to work for you, like a butter knife. I can take a butter knife and intend that I'm going to go and, shank every squirrel I find. Or I can just use the butter knife to put toast and, butter on my toast. But the function of these devices is to create a field to generate or collect energy. If you're somebody who's constantly creating negative energy in your environment, they're probably going to collect that too. But if you created them properly, they will utilize that energy and transmute it into a higher vibration energy. That aside, these people in this dream were lying to him, okay? They were manipulating him, and they've been doing this for years, and somehow, for some reason, no matter what I try to do, I'm connected to this person. I mean, God, it's been years, and I've almost every other day he's in my dreams. And almost every one of these dreams is about somebody manipulating and lying to him. And this isn't about him. This is about everybody on this planet, with people that are acting like they're your friends, but they're really just lying to you. They're flat out manipulating you. They're working for the opposite side, and you don't even realize it. You think that they're just, kind people that are just telling you their opinions. Like, no, they're not. Not everybody is as kind as you. Not everybody has your grace. Not everybody has your beauty and your, intuition and your good heart. Come on, Lily Bear. Oh, come on. That's my baby. Oh, yes, you are. Yeah, you are. Oh. Be careful with those around you, please. I'm not saying this to spread any kind of fear or any of that. Just, you have this intuition inside you. And the reason why there's so many lies in the world isn't to hurt you. It'll only hurt you if you fall for it. So just don't fall for it. And no matter what I tell you, it won't really make sense until you experience it for yourself. And the only way you're gonna experience it for yourself is if you reconnect with who you are. And they've also made this seem like it's so mystical and woo-woo and magical and just fucking ridiculous about how, you can know thyself. Like, go out there, take your shoes off, put your feet on the ground, look up, and just breathe. Do this for like 10 seconds. That's it. You don't even need to do it for a long time. Just do it for 10 seconds. Keep breathing normally, like don't hyperventilate. And then think about your problems. Don't sit in an environment where you're covered with Wi-Fi and you're covered with like toxins and things, and there's people whispering in your ear telling you what to do and what not to do and this and this and that. Like, know for yourself. Hold on. Know for yourself. Know what you're doing, what you're thinking, how you're being manipulated. All the thoughts and, the fake friends and the people who have no good intentions for you. The people who flat out fucking lie to you with information that you are absorbing and you think it's actual fact or truth, but all they're telling you is their opinions. Their opinions based on their experiences, based on their, their lies that they've been told. And you're like, oh, this is what this is, and this is what that is, and this is what this person told me, and that person knows better, and mom always knows this, and dad's always right about this. Like, no. They were at some point when you were too young to question. But now you know yourself better. You know that the earth has a connection with you. You know that there's people wearing skin suits that look like humans. You know that there is technology that causes distortions in the field of what your eyes are translating, which means you can be deceived by your eyes. You know that there are subliminal messages coded into every fucking thing you look at on the internet. Everything. Your phone releases subliminal messages to you and waves of radiation that you're unaware of, or that you are aware of. Conversations with people you're having aren't just being heard by you and that person. Emails you're sending aren't just being read by you and that person. You know all this already. So stop thinking that somehow you're excluded from the human species and its predators and it's this or that or whatever else. You are alive. You are a living being on this planet, regardless of what you think your life is, whether this is the underworld or not. Your heart beats, you breathe, you experience, you eat, you shit, you sleep, you reproduce. You're living. Now, is this the exact kind of like life that is considered life when your body transcends the third dimension and you're able to trigger your cellular structure to have a lighter density? No, it'll be a little different. You're not going to sit there and eat steak and be like, oh, I need energy, I need an apple. Life gets different there. In this density, you need to eat, you need to do all these things. And then until your body, the genetic structure of your body changes and evolves to meet the requirement you're putting to it. So if you're putting the requirement that every day you're going to go outside and you're going to put your feet on the ground and consume light, instead of consuming an apple that is made out of the light, you're consuming the light and supplementing the body with the nutrients in the apple. Your main food source is the light. Now, if I came and told you that the light is burning you and you need to put suntan lotion on, would you believe me? And now, if you don't believe me and you don't want to put suntan lotion on, but your mother comes and says, put suntan lotion on, it's cancer, it's outside. How much would you keep up knowing what you know to go against what they're telling you? When they're wrong and you know they're wrong, but they keep pushing you to do what's wrong. They take people you love away from you to traumatize you so that you can be more easily controllable. They take people that are meant to be together and rip them apart with false memories and false experiences so that you guys hate each other and never talk to each other again. They go and pay people to go against you. They buy them. They buy people off of your life. They turn them against you. This is why they're called secret societies, and there are hundreds, if not thousands of them. It's not just the nutties. It's not just the all-seeing eye in the pyramid. Like, no, that's... Those beings originally were the teachers, the scholars, the guides, the guardians of knowledge, the record keepers, the memory keepers. Those beings were entrusted to protect the illumination of the world. Even they got twisted. So if you're sitting there drinking poison called liquor with your partners and your friends, and you're just, pretending to be the Stepford Wives or the Sex and the City Club, and you're just pretending everything's fine, that's cool. But which one of them is going to help you evolve as a person in a way that isn't fear-based? Which one of them has the ascended or transcended thought patterns, or more scientifically, the neural network that is bypassing the repetition of self-destructive behavior? Which one of them have created new neural networks that go against the self-sabotage behavior, and it is actually self-supportive behavior? How many of them would you bend your knee to if they gave you advice like a sage? How many of the people in your life would you bow down before? How many of them would you take your child or your husband or your wife or your grandmother or your great-grandchildren and be like, here, take this and fix it, it's broken, I trust you more than I trust myself. Here, take this plant and teach it everything you know about how to be a plant, and if it's sick, I want you to take care of it, because I'm obviously incapable of doing so myself. Would you do that? Some of you would, right? I mean, you take kids to the doctor, you ask your grandmother for advice. But how many of those people that you're asking for advice walk barefoot on the ground every day? Even if it's just in the grass. How many of them meditate for at least 5 minutes a day? How many of them cleanse negative static energy off of themselves while they're taking a shower? How many of them can imagine something better? And yet you're taking advice from these people. You have put your life, your mind, your soul, your consciousness, your connection with the Great Mother in the hands of people who are blind to what's in front of them. People who would act on violence instead of love. People who would pick up weapons instead of igniting the light within the other people. People who would rather kill than perpetuate life. People who would rather see you sick to profit off of you than people who would help you be healthier so that the world doesn't need to get sick anymore. It's a choice. And the people you have surrounded yourself with are poisoning you, with or without them knowing they're doing it. So you can't go around and tell people, oh, you're doing this and you're doing that and I can't listen to you. No, you can't do that. Well, you can, but you'll seem like you're batty. Instead, take care of yourself. Train your own discernment. Train your own consciousness. Be better than what you were. Listen to that heart of yours. Stop listening to the thoughts in your mind. Those thoughts aren't even your own. You are surrounded in a world with so many waves of radiation and Wi-Fi and television and all these things that the colors of a rainbow aren't enough to describe how many different things you're perceiving and absorbing each day. It's infinite. It's fractal. It's everything. So you can't separate yourself from it. You simply have to be better than what you were. It's heartbreaking, and it really bothers me that the most simple things that would keep you graced with common sense are taken away from you, and then the truth of it hidden from you by stupidity. Not even something that would, compliment your intelligence and be like, you're so intelligent that we have to create and concoct this massive global scheme. Like, no, you're pretty much seen as stupid, and they tell you to wear shoes because you need to wear shoes in the grass. But that simple thing about shoes, like, do you not get that if your feet, like, I saw this movie, the Grounding, or the Earthing movie, thanks to a recommendation from someone on Instagram, and I was just like, this is absurd. Like, I didn't realize about the thing about the shoes. But it's so true. You put plastic and these materials on the bottom of your feet that connect like a pad to the earth and the electromagnetic field of the earth, which connects to the electromagnetic field of your heart, which rebalances the polarity of your mind and your fear. And they take that away by telling you need shoes in the grass, while you hold a device in your hand that creates the energetic field in your mind and feeds your mind with all of these thought waves and thought patterns and thought forms and subliminal messages, and basically make your head the feet. They turn that tree upside down. Your head they treat like feet, and the feet you walk on are basically the screens you look at, while your actual feet that are supposed to be walking on the ground are all the way ungrounded, floating in the air. And then you're supposed to be 6 feet apart, like you're being buried in the air you're walking on. Wake up. It's not a war of the physical world. It's not just a war of consciousness or the spiritual world. It's a war of stupidity. Stupidity. People that love should not be able to, like, you shouldn't give that love up because of what you think you remember, or what you can't let go of, or what someone else tells you, because that's petty. Not just in my situation, in any of them, and I'm totally speaking from personal experience as well. Every time you make a decision based on a lower vibratory energy, something that is less than human in you, you're feeding them whatever they are. Whenever you make a decision that goes against everything you know, but you know it's the right thing to do, the true moral compass that always points north, then you win your own little battle. You stand your own ground. You have your own boundaries, and you don't need to shed blood. You don't need to have tanks and, all of this crap. You just, you know better. You control your emotions, you control your, your fear and your love, and you balance the line in between. And it isn't easier said than done. It's actually really easy to do. You just have to call yourself out on when you're being childish and immature and stupid. I mean, if you were a mother and the human species was your child, where would you even start? Where would you even start? Your entire species has been grounded. But you're not even grounded. You're like in your room, but your feet are in the air. Do yourself a favor. Walk on the earth. Or even better, if you can't be outside that much, or if you choose to follow orders, or if you choose to be a lemming or a sheep or whatever the fuck your choices are. They're yours and they're, yours. At least go get a little litter box. Even the ones that are $1 from somewhere. Go get a little plastic bin or a cardboard bin, whatever. Something that's that high. Okay, doesn't even need to be that high. Go outside, put some dirt in it. You can sift the bugs out of there if you want. I don't know why you'd want to. They want nothing to do with you. And once your electromagnetic field is stabilized, the bugs are repelled by you. They only go towards things that they need to cultivate or consume. So if you're walking around like you're dead, the bugs are going to come and get you. If you walk around and your electromagnetic field stinks of decay, the bugs are going to get you. But if you're walking around like a pristine being that is connected to the earth and your energy is intact and you're not just some godly creature, holy and mightier than thou, you're a human being with clean energy. The bugs aren't going to get near you. Instead, what you'll get is honeybees and butterflies and ladybugs and dragonflies and those beautiful creatures instead. So go get a litter box, put some dirt in it, and every morning and every night, stand in it. Just put your feet in the dirt. Do not make me make a meditation video for this. Do not make a bigger deal out of this for yourself. Just get in the dirt. And do yourself a favor. Stop researching so much stuff. Stop searching for truth in a world full of lies. Stop it. What you do instead is put your feet on the ground, drink some clear water, and just sit quietly. Don't make a peep. Don't talk to your phone. Don't look at your phone. Don't even have your phone near you. Keep it 12 feet away. Social distance from your phone. Just do this. And that feeling you'll feel when you're sitting there or standing there on the grass and you're like, this is dumb. And then not even 10 seconds later, you notice a shift in your energy field where it's not dumb anymore, but you kind of feel relaxed. The more you do this, the more that relaxed state becomes your default state of being. Instead of having your vagus nerve, your neural network, your adrenals, your heart, your brain releasing all of this stress-induced crap in your system that's causing your skin and your bones and your liver and your lungs and your kidneys and your pancreas and your gallbladder, all of it to just decay because you're not giving it what it needs. You want to research the science of earthing? Go for it. There's tons of research on it. Tons of verifiable documents that say this works. Just go do it. Do not be the people like I see in these dreams I have where their friends are lying to them and the person that's being lied to is believing lies, and there goes another 0.1% of the spectrum going to the dark. And the dark only means ignorant. Like the truth is being revealed to you and you're saying, oh no, it's not true because Betty Bob Joe said so. fuck Betty Bob Joe. And if you already fucked him, I hope you used a condom, because they're probably not even human. I mean, if there's anything human left in you, and I don't mean, you know, bag of flesh and bones, I mean human, humane, the child of Source, the children of Gaia, the daughters and sons. Good God. Ugh. I mean, if I could really just take the entire world, take all your shoes off, and like ground you all and tell you go stand in the dirt for like 10 seconds, I would. If like every one of you can just take the person next to you and go sit in the dirt. And if you can't, if you have like an elderly person and they're just unable to walk or something to outside, bring that litter pan of dirt to them in front of their feet. Be like Mary Magdalene to Jesus and rub their feet in soil and oil. Help them. Take care of the spinal fluid. Take care of the spine. Massage it. Put some essential oils on it. Take some olive oil and put some like sage or herbs in your hand with the olive oil. Smush them up and rub them on the body. Touch, kiss, speak. Oh, so much beauty in this world has been lost. So many relationships have been destroyed. So many families ripped apart. So many lovers with broken hearts, and mothers without children, and fathers that have never been able to be a father. All because some idiot told you to go against what you know is right. And they either did it with a six-pack of abs, a big dick, huge tits, or some fake venomous smile. You can always tell the people that are lying to you by what they ask you to do or not to do. Always. If somebody is constantly telling you to run away from danger, they want you hurt and afraid. If somebody's constantly telling you to ignore what's happening in the world, they want you ignorant. If someone's telling you do whatever you want, eat whatever you want, the energy behind it doesn't even matter. None of it matters. But they're not giving you the reason why it doesn't matter or how to make it not matter. They want you to fail. If you love someone and someone's telling you to stay away from them, why the fuck is someone else telling you what to do with your heart energy? And what's wrong with you that you listen to them? Wouldn't you rather make a mistake and learn from it? Wouldn't you rather experience whatever it is that you want to experience instead of having someone else tell you not to? Because of what their opinions are. Fuck their opinions. Their opinions mean nothing. They're based on their experiences, not yours. I'm not going to ask this plant what its opinion is on me smoking a cigarette or go and smoke some weed. It doesn't care. It's just going to tell me, don't smoke it, it's a plant. Do you want me to smoke you instead, Ivy? I'm not going to smoke you, don't worry. You're perfectly safe. You're a good plant. I'm gonna go. If you do nothing else, ever, if you've learned nothing from this channel and the 200 plus videos I've made of telling you how to be a better version of yourself, then at least go get your toes dirty in the ground. Please. The science of it is really simple. The sun sends photons, electrons, and whatever the fuck else it sends down to the earth. Plants and the earth's field. The sun goes bloop, bloop, bloop. The earth absorbs it. The people that walk on the earth absorb it from the earth. Or they eat it from the trees. Or they kill other things that have absorbed it and eat it from there because these nitwits are walking with their shoes on and aren't connected to the earth. Comprende? That's why people eat meat. Because they stopped walking barefoot on the earth. They stopped learning how to absorb sunlight. So they weren't getting the nutrients that they could get from the sun and the earth alone. Instead, they're getting it from other beings who are walking on the earth and feeding off the sun and the earth alone. I mean, even the moonlight gives you something, even though the moon is mostly artificial and there's something else behind it. That's a whole other story for another day. But that device also has a self-luminosity to it. You're a light-consuming species. Like, do you get that? You're not eating matter. You're eating light that has been manifested as matter. And the reason why they look like apples or oranges is because the chemical composition and the nutrient and vitamin stuff in them makes the shape of an orange. The stuff in an apple, the chemicals, the vitamins, the nutrients, the minerals, make the shape of an apple when it's manifested in this form. Just like if you want to make a two-wheeled device that takes you from point A to point B, it's going to manifest probably as something with a chair, a handle, some, things on your feet, and wheels. It's just how it works. I just want to hug you. I want to hug you, and I want to give you so many kisses, and I want to give you tiny little pinches to to get you to laugh and giggle and go run outside and play. Just go. When you come back, the computer will still be here, the internet will still be there, whatever you want will still be there. But the position of where the sun is right now, the rotation of the earth, the movement of whatever, the flat earth, the round earth, whatever, I don't care. This moment in time will never happen again. If you go stand in a river, that river will never be the same. Every second, life changes. Every moment, life changes. Get off your butts and go experience the life outside of you before you're stuck in a fucking computer chip and you're trying to find nature in a virtual world. What if this is the time before everyone gets plugged into the Matrix and you have a choice of connecting with nature or connecting with the Matrix? What if somehow your consciousness went back in time to get yourself to not plug into the Matrix? What if you actually saw this happening in the past and you're having a vision of the future and the choices you make will affect all of time? What if this is so much bigger than you can ever comprehend, and the simplest way to do this for the entire species is for you to put your feet on the ground? What if everything's already won and the good guys won and love conquered all and blah blah blah, and now it's just time for you to relax and grow your own food and live in a new true age of Aquarius, whatever that means. And all you got to do is take the first step, which is go walk in the dirt. Get your feet dirty. It's more than just a physical action, it's a metaphor. You're not protecting yourself from nature anymore with synthetic materials and computer chips. You're actually allowing your physical skin to come in contact with the physical earth. You're acknowledging its life, and you're absorbing it into yourself instead of taking it from other animals that have lived. Consume life. You don't have to kill to eat.